Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com, and this is Memorial Day 2021, and boy, this has been bad, and it's and I'm not sure how bad it needs to be before we, the people, figure out that, we're screwed. And the thing is, that's one thing. I don't watch news. News is just straight propaganda. The thing is, and I don't think people even remember, but news used to be they report what's going on, and then the next day or maybe the next news cycle, they will report again what's been happening. And I tried to watch it the other day, and they report the same stuff over and over, even though it's inaccurate. They still report it over and over. Okay, that's not news. That's propaganda. And when you hear something over and over, it's convincing you of something. This is what we do to ourselves. Well, maybe not all of us do it, because some people I don't think that much, But there's things that I think about it, and I go over and over again. I'm trying to convince myself. And then, because it's a good idea, and I'm saying it over and over again, and then it gets to a point where I can make it work, or I've lost interest. So, and what it is, it's a brainwashing type of thing that we do to ourselves. I'll tell you one good example. Let me let Rex out here. She's going to have to get some exercise. Vamos! And, okay. I haven't been riding a motorcycle since I lost my wife. That's been 10 years. And the reason is I've rode motorcycles a lot throughout my life, and I know you can get messed up. You can have an accident. The accidents happen, and on motorcycles, accidents happen more frequently. I think it's funny because motorcycle riders, they pulled right out in front of me. So I had the accident, but it wasn't my fault. And I think it's so funny because you're getting on a machine that automobiles and trucks can't see you. Whenever they have accidents, a lot of times they will say, well, I didn't see the motorcycle. So we know this, and you get on the motorcycle, and now you try to blame somebody else. And when you're setting yourself up. Okay, a lot of that is kind of what's going on now. We see government making stupid decisions, doing stupid things. Opening the border. They're making it where you don't even have to be an American. This is the only country in the world that you can just come into the country, you know, and it doesn't make any difference, you know. I mean, you just come on in and, you know, hey, we'll spend money on you. We'll do stuff, you know. We'll take stuff away from our own citizens to make it easier for you. You know, this is stuff, we see stuff like this and we wonder what's going on. But we don't hear about it. Not seeing it in the news. And this is the kind of stuff that's been going on, and it's been going on for a long time. And I thought it was funny because I talk about morals, because everything I do, I try to put it up with a moral setting. I mean, do I slap the hell out of this guy? Do I beat the hell out of him? Do I shoot him? You know, I mean, what's the morally proper thing to do? Or do I just brush it off and let it go? See, he's standing over here. There's 6 of them, and one's beating up on the woman. Okay, what's the morally proper thing for me to do? You know, and and I do a lot of that. When I do my actions, it seems like when I do the morally right thing, I normally get away with it. You might have to pay the price. It's not going to be easy, but and then when I just do things just because I'm stupid, and is I pay the price again. So, and this is what's going on around us. And I say, this is Memorial Day. It's rainy and nasty. I've already done my going around putting up flowers and the flag and stuff like that on the graves, and remembering these people and how they affected my life, and it made me start thinking, because let's see, there was like 20, 26, 27, something like that, people that I went around, because I'm in Topeka, Kansas, and this is where I was born and raised, so most of my family's around here. And there was three were veterans, all of them veterans of World War II, and these were mostly, just about all of them were Chinese. And then it made me start thinking, before I hated the draft. Man, I hated it. But it didn't make any difference to me. I was joining anyway. But afterwards, as I got older and wiser, I started thinking, maybe the draft isn't such a bad idea, especially now. These people, I don't want to say young people, but I mean people, don't understand that there's people that have given their lives so we can enjoy our life. And I don't know if, now see, during Vietnam, it seemed like everybody knew somebody that has died in Vietnam at that time. I mean, a lot of people were going to Vietnam, and there wasn't that many even died, but it seemed like everybody knew somebody that has died. And but that Vietnam isn't a good thing, because that was a political kind of thing. There wasn't any, let's go kick ass and move on. And so that's why it come out a little different. And that's why I was soured on the military and all this stuff. But see, I've always been politically strong, knowing that I know the United States was not the same as other countries in the world. Even though I was, 18 years old, you're young and dumb. But at least I was smart enough to know that, And then now as I got older, I've been traveling around into all these different countries and stuff like that. My wife was, like I say, from Guatemala. And she was all Chinese, but she was from Guatemala. And so I was able to live in these places, see a lot of what's going on. And let me see, where's Rex? Rex running around here somewhere. But anyway, so it verified everything that I know, and it means something. So I'm thinking, okay, well, not so much the draft, but now we are so messed up, been locked into the communications devices, and really they're entertainment devices. Because entertainment is the thing, even the gladiators, they use gladiators for entertainment, because you have to keep the people entertained. Now they're really entertained. So I'm thinking, and they don't even know what's going on around them. I mean, I'm talking about next door, they don't know all this stuff. And so now I'm thinking, well, maybe you need to either the first son of the family or a male of the family go into the military, and this way they can learn more about being patriotic, because I don't think young people even understand what patriotic is. Their ideals, they're thinking of, well, look, there's socialism, there's communism, there's capitalism. They don't understand any of this stuff. They're just blindly following. And I think maybe you need to get someone out of the family to go in the military. And I'd say a male. And the reason is, males, I don't think, know how to be a male. They don't know how to be a man. I mean, just because you're born a male doesn't necessarily mean you're going to be a man. So you need to understand, and the military will because one thing is nobody's around bullies anymore. So you don't know how to man up. You don't know how to make decisions under pressure. And that's why I'm saying the military would be a good thing. And now it's still the same thing. Women, women don't count when going to the military. Because I say this is all a fantasy world to them, so they don't understand what it's like. And now how do you train with a man? It just doesn't even comprehend to me. I mean, it doesn't, and I say the training, yes, I understand, doesn't really reflect the realism of war. I understand, but I don't know if most people understand that or not, but I know it doesn't. I mean, we used to laugh at not only our training, but the movies and stuff like that. It doesn't even come close to the realities of war. And you don't want a woman in there. This is why we doing all this, to protect our women. And because our women is going to reproduce to keep our country going. I mean, it's not like we need to bring in illegals to keep our country going. They're supposed to reproduce, but they have to understand. And if you don't understand the why we have the flag, why it's so important, and why did these people die? I don't even know if you're going to go to the cemetery, but when you see all these flags, these people, put their lives on the line. Not all of them died, but they did put their lives on the line by going to the military, representing all of us, even the ones that don't go into the military. And even now, the physical abilities of the males aren't even enough to get them into the military. So, this is something they need to look forward to. I'm going to be going to the military, so I better get myself more in shape and stop eating all this pizza and getting fat and lazy and stuff. I don't know. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but they need to do something, because what we're doing now isn't working. And, okay, we lost Memorial Day last year, 4th of July, Christmas. You're putting me on. How can American people sit at home and let all these celebrations, fade away? They're rewriting our history. They're taking down statues of people that have had something to do with making this country great. And, you want a relationship with your child when your child is so stupid it doesn't understand all this stuff, and you are not helping your child understand this stuff? That's why you need to get them in the military. Maybe that might help. Something needs to change. Something needs to happen. I say, I don't know. This 4th of July, I don't think people understand what it's all about. They're making shooting firecrackers illegal. We should be out shooting guns. Yeah, people are going to have accidents. Yeah, that's because you're stupid. You don't know how to handle a gun. So it's just so many things we are robbing our future generations from. I'll tell you, I have nothing to gripe about. Because, like I say, I've lived in the good times of the United States. And, for me, it's good. But the bad thing is I see what's happening. And that's why I'm amazed why others don't see it. And like I say, I'm still preparing. I'm still getting myself ready, because the rest of this country might be going to shit, but that don't mean I'm going to go with them. I'm going to stand my ground. That is one thing we have. The Constitution, and that explains everything to and all these weirdos in government, bureaucrats and elected officials that don't go by the Constitution. They don't understand it, but when they don't, it's not a good thing. A lot of it would be considered treason. So, where this is going, I don't know. But it's not going to go with me. I'm not going to go along with it. And this is something that people are going to have to figure this stuff out. And I know what's going to happen. And they can count on me. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.